Skipping. Urgent message.
Rising sign, Porcupine. I guess you're not up and at 'em yet. This is me. And they called me with the message. Alright? Thanks. Bye.
Skipping. Urgent message.
Trying to get a line to call you. It's been, so problematic for some reason tonight. I can't get a dial tone to call you. So this is my fourth location, and the phone went through. I couldn't talk earlier because it was right there. So if you haven't gone this week, call me back. Thanks. Bye. Just wanted to say goodnight anyway. Alright,
Urgent message.
Hi. I hate that your phone keeps rejecting me. You must have a really bad connection. Anyway, I don't know. It's 11:42. It's not even late. So if you're not asleep, call me back. All right, bye.
Skipping. Urgent message.
This is B. Please give me a call when you get this message. It's just not even about being negative right now. It's about sorting out some very serious feelings that I had for you, and not being able to reach out and touch you and talk to you when I think it's necessary, when I deem it, emotionally necessary to talk. Not being able to do those things, I was not ready to subject myself to that type of, and I was not able to endure it. And I think the way you're responding is just making it even worse for me. So I need to talk to you with regards to that, and just, maybe the talk you suppose that we should be having, that needs to take place then, obviously. I don't know. Your reaction to everything is really disappointing. And I need to talk to you. So call me and don't be acting like that towards me. That's probably the situation, how you normally deal with it, but that's just not going to work. So formulate your thoughts, processing and all that, whatever you need to do, and call me because I want to talk to you. I'm so falling in love, and it's not a good thing because I know that this is ultimately not going to end. It's not going to happen. So I need to talk that through with you. I need to express that to you, okay? And if I haven't said enough already, that's just where I am, so that you know. Bye.
To say thank you for letting me have a couple of days to actually think about what freaking happened the other night. Anyway, it was so funny how I had my whole mind made up on, when you leave your ass alone, I just felt like you was trouble. And it's so interesting how vibe is because I was right, I ain't gonna lie, I do have questions. I'm like, how do you do that? Who taught you that? Are you a goddamn professional? So on a real note, that was amazing. It was totally, perfect. If I were to vision what I want my man to be sexually, you would be that person, hands down. Am I mad at you? Hell yeah, because you know that you got those skills. So for you to do that to me, that was not nice at all. Because I was getting to know you in a whole different way, and it was cool too. That other way was also nice, So I don't know. It makes me more curious about who you are and what you're really about. I won't lie, But again, I keep feeling that vibe of how you gonna do me like that? That is not nice. So you definitely, at some point, will have to give me that explanation because I'm just real curious. But that's it. I'm not, in any way meaning anything else. I think I'm okay. I'm staying away from you. I'm still going to stick to that one. But I definitely want to know. I'm dude, are you on TV?
Robert Frank, and you're listening to the ManMindset.com Dating Help for Men with your host, Steve the Dean Williams.
I'm Tyrone, and you're listening to the ManMindset.com Dating Help for Men with your host, Steve Dean Williams. So get on board, long dick style.
This is Debo. Steve the Dean Williams, give me your chain, punk. Yeah, sleep with your lights on. I still got the bicycle. Much love, Steve. Do what you do. God bless.
Yo, Cupcakes. This is C.T. Fletcher, and you're listening to the Man Mindset Dating Show for Men with your host, Steve the Dean Williams.
The following program is rated MAN. It contains real game, learning your value as a man, original ways to have her face in the pillow and her ass up in the air. I'm talking her knees pushed so far back, it's touching her shoulders. Touching her without touching her. Having a woman respecting your every move. Buying you gifts. Cooking and cleaning with a smile. And knowing her place at the table. So, for all you human males, cupcakes, surface dwellers, and grass-eating lions, viewer discretion is advised. Meaning, if you don't like the truth, then go find a show that helps you cuddle, complain, and cry about women. Just get the fuck out of here.
I got the man mindset, I got the man mindset, got so many girls on deck, cause I got the man mindset, let's go. When it come to dating, ain't nobody better, giving you the insight, being hella honest, teaching you the game, just like that, time to connect with the man mindset. Have fun, gotta come and learn with a real one, hosted by Steve the Dean Williams. Get everybody talking when you step in the building, showing men how to pull women, go get them like there's really no situation you can't handle. Believe Steve giving you all the answers when it come to dating, talking and texting, keep the conversation hella interesting. And it don't matter if you're married or single, he's showing you the game, giving you the insight. You gotta be smooth, keep it cool, that's right. So the next date you sure to have a good night. Ain't no hesitating, time to level up. You think you a player, well it's time to be a better one. Need to check Steve, that is who you need. Got you pulling ladies so fast you wouldn't believe, that's right. So tell me if you ready, we gon' get it poppin', ain't no doubt about it. You be dating with so many options cause you know you got it. So fly, so fresh, yes, this is the man mindset.
It is game. Well, wait a minute. I don't think you motherfuckers are listening. I said it is game time.
What's up, all my chat room dogs? Classes in session, gentlemen. We're going to do a quick show for you guys today until we know later on tonight we have the Pineapple Show. So, gentlemen, we want to say what's up to all my dogs out there. Appreciate each and every one of you guys out there who have taken the opportunity to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications, guys. We want to say thank you very much. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. Gentlemen, let's get into it. Gentlemen, if you have a question, like I've always said, go ahead and put a Q in the chat. The lines are open. Let me make sure the lines are open. Yes, the lines are open if you want to call in. We are here to answer any of your questions. Guys, I ask that each and every one of you get your crayons out so y'all can go ahead and soak up the game. And that's what we want to do, guys. We want to go ahead and give you an opportunity. One thought, one mind, one way. And we have a very good show for you guys today. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who have taken the time to listen to the show. Your boy, I'm your host. I'm going to put the number up correctly. And let's go ahead and get this thing, gentlemen. So let's go ahead and talk about it. And let's break it down. Guys, got a question, please put a Q. For many of you guys out there, so many of you guys out there, have you ever found yourself hesitating? Have you ever found yourself doubting your abilities or feeling that you're stuck in self-doubt? And sometimes in the game, it often seems like we get caught up in things because we want things really fast. And the mind itself, and we're going to talk about today, the mind itself holds us back sometimes from what we actually want to do, what we actually want to be. And that's what we actually want to talk about today. Because most of you guys don't understand that for a lot of you feel the pressure of trying to be more, or you feel the pressure that you have to be something to get a woman. And that's what we want to actually talk about it. The thing is, gentlemen, that most people think your confidence is based off of all the women that you have or all the phone numbers that you get. And you seem like you stack these things up like trophies in your mind. And the one thing that we want to get you guys to start tapping into is yourself. The more that you can tap into yourself, the more that you can have a better concept of everything that we're talking about. Because unfortunately, excuse me, most guys look at everything again from what we call the I do. And the I do is something outside of yourself. And what happens is that your mind makes you think that you have to do things outside of yourself to actually begin to be, just to win in the game. And that is not true. And that's what we're going to just actually talk about today on today's show. And guys, if you have a question, put a Q in there. We got you covered. Guys, lines are open if you want to call in. But that's what we want to discuss, and that's what we want to actually talk about today. Because many of you guys out here, a lot of you guys don't understand that there's something going on with you that is doing more damage to you, and I want to talk about that. See, most guys, I always told you, there is a interpretation that a lot of you guys have of the outside world, okay? And in your false interpretation or your false reality, gentlemen, most of you guys have this thing that not only judges the outside world, judges women, but also judges other men and yourself based off of what you feel is attractive. So sometimes we take in our mind and think, what is attractive to whoever it is I'm trying to attract? Is it physical appearance? Is it my personality? Is it my intelligence, my humor, my status, or my financial stability? Are these things going to actually attract that woman? And what happens, like I told you before, how the mind works, the mind, sometimes it pushes you away from yourself by making you think that you have to be this thing for a woman to be attracted to you, gentlemen. You have to move a certain way to have a woman attracted to you. And when it comes to relationships, a lot of you men sometimes look at things in the wrong way. And I'll give you some examples. So most of you guys, sometimes you look into the mirror and you say, I don't like what's in the mirror. And if I don't like what's in the mirror, she's not going to like what's in the mirror. And what happens is that in your mind, you're saying, well, can I draw her in with a physical appearance? Now, gentlemen, yes, you can draw a woman in, just like a car can draw you in by its shape, its beauty, and everything outside. Things outside can draw somebody in. But just because it can draw you in doesn't mean that it dries very well. So what happens to most guys, if they're looking at that, they're also looking at their personality, because what they do is they'll listen to a woman on the internet or something trying to tell you guys that, you know what, you don't have to be a jerk. You know what? Why don't you give in? And why don't you be nice? Why don't you be kind to the woman? And you know what? Be a real man, because a real man takes a woman out to dinner. A real man doesn't buy a woman a coffee. I can't believe it. A real man has to take her to a lobster dinner, and he has to kiss her behind, and he's got to run behind her, and he's got to ask her all the questions to show her interest. And where has that gotten you guys? Listening to people telling you that foolishness, because it is all foolishness if you think about it, that you look at your personality and think that I have to be this thing to a woman, or you feel that sometimes I've got in your mind now this is how you think outside of yourself, that in order for her to be attracted to me, we have to have similar interests. Our values have to be the same. Our backgrounds have to be the same. And our beliefs have to be the same. Gentlemen, I tell you all the time, I've dated every kind of woman under the religious barometer there is, and I never had a problem. I've never had a problem. And I'm not, well, they always call guys that, date all around international lovers. I've never had any kind of problem with any kind of woman from any kind of background or any kind of belief, because I never, ever put myself in a situation, gentlemen, that I had to form myself to be what she wants me to be. That's not the game, gentlemen. We cannot try to draw similarities, because, guys, I'm going to show you how that shit bites you in the ass. I want to give y'all a homework assignment later on. I want you guys to go to any dating profile of any kind of woman you want. And if you try to follow what a woman says she actually wants, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up like her girlfriend. Because what a woman wants and what a woman needs are two totally different things. Because as a man, I'm not looking to be what you want me to be. I'm looking for a deeper connection. But let me grab this call. Area code 786. What's your name? What's your question, sir? What's up?
My name is Marvin, and I'm calling from Miami. Good afternoon, Steve.
Yes, Marvin. What's going on?
I was calling because I've heard you mention before that our minds has the potential of being limitless.
Yes.
And we have infinite worlds within our mind.
Yes.
So, given that is the case, why is it that I find myself looking to the outside world to define me as opposed to looking internally?
Because when you don't believe in yourself, you then look for something to govern yourself. So when you're not one thought, that's why we say one thought, one mind, one way. Because when you're not one of one and connected to who you are, your choices and your decisions and your actions will always be based upon things outside of yourself. And these things, are going to influence how you perceive yourself, how you perceive women, how you perceive and interpret the world around you. That is going to create a guideline of outside principles, laws, rules, and codes for your behaviors. And then what happens is you would then create false facts in your mind. And then you're going to look to those facts those facts will then become the things that influence you, your choices, your decisions, your actions. But when you are a student of the game and you're learning who you are, at that point in time, I'm not looking to please a woman. I can please a woman. I'm not looking to influence a woman. I'm looking to influence myself. All my decisions, choices, and actions have nothing to do with the woman. It has everything to do with me, because I'm a very all about me kind of motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm that guy. So what happens is that for you right now, your beliefs, everything you believe, the reason why you feel that it's a fact, because in your mind, it makes sense to you on your level of thinking. Everything that you say to yourself, like if I see a woman and I don't talk to her, that's because you believe that you're not good enough. And because you believe you're not good enough, you're going to look at the rule and the law that you've created that when I see a woman, I'm just going to look at her, but I'm not going to talk to her. So what I'm saying is that the beautiful thing about the game is that it gives and allows you to create a mindset to create your own profit. You know what I mean? A person inside of you actually guiding you beyond the mindset of everybody. People don't understand that inside of you, there are so many worlds and so many levels. And I just like what I'm saying is real quick, and I know you have something to say, but I just want to say this is that when you learn the game and when you are one of one, what happens is you create this wisdom, and it is only your wisdom. It's nobody else's wisdom on how you make decisions, how you understand yourself. And then through the understanding of yourself, you will have a different interpretation of the world. So that means you then tap into who you are, your insight, your clarity, your direction of how you want to live, because it's like an introspection of yourself, basically. You see what I'm saying, caller? But most guys don't believe that I'm good enough. See, the thing that unlocks this thing that I'm talking is a man who has to have a self-image, an identity. He's got to have self-worth. He's got to, see your mind. Okay. The body will push out poison, but the body will also accept poison, so to speak, as far as the mind, because the mind wants you to fail at all costs. But the reason why you're always doing what you think is right, but it's actually wrong, because at the end of the day, to you, it actually makes sense to you. You think in your mind that what I'm doing is the right thing. And that's where it hurts a lot of young men, if that makes any sense.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That is the only question that I do have. I'll definitely rewind it to listen again so I could be able to take notes. But thank you for breaking that down.
Thank you. Appreciate it, caller. We'll throw you back in. Great call. Great fucking call. Great call. Thank you, sir. Got a question here. He says, as you say, self-importance is something that is stopping you from learning game and growing. Can it turn into self-importance that is attached to the core and the positive growth? Well, LM, very good question. And the thing is that you don't know core yet. You're not a student yet. See, you're hearing me talk about it, but I can't go in depth on it. But what I'm saying is that you can't reach a core until you reach an understanding that you need to know and grow. You can't just, hold on one second. Let me grab this call. Area code 832, what's your name and what's your question, sir? How can I help you?
Coach Steve, my name is Alex. I'm 29. Question I have is, well, I want to start off saying I'm appreciative of everything that you do. I've been listening to you for quite a while.
Thank you.
It's my first time calling.
Thank you.
Well, Coach Steve, I'm ready to, just humbly ask for game, because I was listening to this live and so many of the things that you were saying just now spoke to me. I told myself I have to reach out and say something about that. Recently you were talking about, the third pig building a foundation of bricks.
The third pig is the worst one. In the story, they make the third pig the best one, but I'm sorry, but he's the worst one in y'all's mind, the worst one.
Yes, the way I see myself, from what you're saying, is that, the way that I think moves me in the wrong way, but I think that I know the right way.
Wait, but my friend, okay, this is what I'm saying. It's not how you see yourself. It's a false reality that you see. You don't actually see yourself, because to see yourself is to actually love yourself and is to actually want to evolve yourself. But what you see right now is a false interpretation of yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's like a mirage of yourself, but I'm listening to you.
So I've been realizing, like, man, that's so right. That's so true. But see, me, of my own self, by myself, trying to guide myself.
Yes.
out of this current position, it's not going to work. That's what I already see. So I believe that my next step is to get coached and learn from somebody who knows.
Well, why don't you just go to the manmindset@gmail.com, send me your name, and I'll send you a PDF file of your pathway to begin your process, sir.
Sounds good. That's what I'll do right now. I'm at work. When I get off work, I'll go ahead and send an email.
All right. Do you have any other questions, big guy?
You know what? This morning I ran into a girl at work, and I was going to give her my number, but I hesitated. That was one of the things that let me know, like, okay, I got to work on me. I got to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, you got to work on you, because I don't want you to lose your job trying to pick a woman up at work. It's a very awkward thing when you try to pick a woman up and it doesn't work out, and you got to keep seeing her and things like that. So try not to pick women up at work. Just talk to women at work and pick up their friends. So you got to look at it a different way. Don't try to pick up the woman at the job. Every woman has access to a group of other women that you can smash. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
That was pretty much it.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate the call, and we'll throw you back in. If you have another question, let me know. Okay, my big guy.
Yep.
Great call. Respect. Great call. Yes, but I was just saying, LM, absolutely. Once you become one thought, one mind, one way, it unlocks, and there are doors. Absolutely. Get into this one right here. The main character of Billions, white guy, has a lot of people ready to help with his purpose. Does the game show you to create that mentality? Okay, I think the problem is that you're looking at the world the wrong way, E.T. The problem is, and hold on one second, area code 803, what's your name and how can I help you, sir?
Hey, Steve, this is Gabriel Williams. I'm 19 years old and I'm calling from Elgin, South Carolina.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, Steve, so I have a question about managing. So when I hear my woman come to me with a problem, I got a solution. I have a solution, but as I'm giving her a solution, I'm talking her through things. I can see and I can hear and understand that she's want to talk and vent sometimes. But with me, I don't.
Right, you don't try to fix it. Right, sometimes you don't fix. Sometimes it's better to listen. See, when I have women that have problems, right? So they'll come to me and they'll talk to me, but I just listen until they say, well, what do you think? Then at that point, I give them my opinion. But the most important thing sometimes is you just got to be quiet and just let them vent, because sometimes women like to vent. There are times where, I'll give you a quick story. There are times where I would have a woman like call me like, I'm in the neighborhood. Can I come by and see you? I got a lot of things I want to talk about. And I'm like, yeah, we can talk. And she'll come over and vent and all this other stuff. But then she like, wow, you're such a great listener. You know what I mean? And it's like something that triggers her. And what I'm saying to you guys is don't try to fix their problem. And I'm not saying be her shoulder to cry on, but that's your girl. But I'm saying that sometimes in the game, women can find that sexy somebody that can listen. Now, remember, gentlemen, it's a fine line. I want you to understand this. It's a fine line. It's a very fine line that you're walking here when you're talking to a woman. If she's coming to you, talking to you like you're her friend, or she's not showing you any kind of affection or any kind of interest, and she wants to talk to you about things, nah. Go talk to that sucker. Now, a woman that's interested in you and is feeling you, that reaches out to you, then by all means, I will listen, entertain, and talk to her, because I don't want to waste my time. So in your scenario, I would just say to you, just don't say anything. And then after a while, she'll ask you, what do you think? If she really wants help. But never throw, because the moment if a woman says, well, I have this problem with my girlfriend, and then you throw your judgment on the situation, sometimes it's going to look like you're piling up on or going against her, even though you're trying to help her. So you just got to be careful about how you do that, big guy.
Right, I got you. And yeah, I got you. And I just want to ask that, just for future reference.
Yes.
And it's also, like I said, like when I just don't want to be disingenuous, but hearing you, I'm gonna just listen. And
Yeah. I like to listen because it's funny when they're talking to you, they would stop sometimes and say, "Wow, you just and the women will do this, guys. They'll talk to you and they'll pause, and then they'll tell you about your smile, your look, your eyes, whatever it is that they're attracted to you. They'll lose sight of what they're talking about to compliment you on what you are. So it's levels to this, but yes, definitely just listen. Okay, my friend.
I got you, Steve. And thank you so much, Coach, for everything.
I respect. It's all good. We'll throw you back in. Thank you, big dog. Appreciate you. Lines are open. If you got a question, put a Q and we'll answer it. Let's see here. But no, let me get back to the mentality that you were asking, ET. So what I was saying to you is that, okay, I know who the character is, the white guy. Yes, I understand who he is, the main guy. But what the problem is that what you are seeing is what I'm trying to get you to see that you need to have internally. He's got an outside group of people that help him work, but internally he's got his own group of people helping him on the inside. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to see, to have the formula of ultimate confidence by becoming your own prophet. Becoming your own that means you are on your own mountain. Okay, guys, listen, I know this sounds crazy, but when I'm saying that you're on your own mountain and what you are doing is you're drinking from your knowledge, and it is like that person on the mountain is actually, he looks just like you. Your scribe looks like you. Your warrior looks like you. Your marketing team looks like you. Everybody in your mind has their own position that they have to do for you, but they're all you. And that's why they look like you. But your prophet should be this guy. Like, they always see these guys on the mountain and just sitting there with his legs crossed and everything. Well, you should have that person. He is you, where he has intuition and he has inter-knowing, which means is that he has an innate sense of wisdom and understanding for you. And that means that he looks at everything not through feelings and not through emotions. He looks at everything through insight, meaning that, okay, I want to give you an example. So you guys like, well, what does he sound like? Well, he sounds like the guy that tells you can't get the woman. He sounds like the guy that tells you you're not good enough. He sounds like the guy that tells you that, you know what, you're too short, too fat, too ugly, too broke, too poor. He is actually the one that gives you the right wisdom when you connect to yourself, gentlemen. Right here, I know you talk about game instead of money. Can I call and ask how to market my business effectively? You can, but I mean, this is a game. This is about manhood, sir, not marketing. But you are more than welcome to. Let me get this question right here. I have two questions. One mind, one thought, one way. State of flow. Yes. Question number 2. Do you have any videos that talk about the third pig? Yeah, I always do that. You gotta listen. You just gotta listen. Let me continue. If you make yourself great, people will want to gravitate towards you. No. Don't make, okay, CC, I see what you're saying, but let me give you a little correction. Don't make yourself anything for anybody. And I say this, fuck them. That's the problem. Don't make yourself anything for anybody except the man in the mirror. And when you stop looking for people to gravitate towards you, they will gravitate towards you. But see, what the mind does is like I was saying before, the mind sometimes makes us think that these are ways that I've got to get a woman towards me. And sometimes it's not even think about yourself as make yourself great. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes people want to wear certain clothes because they think, if I look good, I'm going to feel good. But is that actually the case? I want y'all to think about this. Get y'all crayons out. People always tell you, gentlemen, I know how it is in high school when you have your new pair of shoes on, your new Nikes or whatever you had. or your new jeans or your new coat or whatever you had. I know that feeling felt good, but it is in that feeling which is bad. Listen to what I'm saying. We're about to get deep. See, a lot of people say that if you dress good, you're going to feel good, right? And that's true. But that's the problem. Because you're saying, I don't feel good, and I've got to put something on me that makes me or lies to me. It makes me feel something that is actually a false interpretation. Because when you take that suit off, you go back to who you are. You can't wear the same clothes every day, all day. Well, you shouldn't, gentlemen. But what I'm saying to you is that there's nothing wrong with dressing the way you want to dress. I'm not knocking fashion, guys. Dress nice, dress the way you want to dress. But never dress for women. Never dress to impress. Never do that. Because the moment you do that, and the moment you try to dress to impress, then you're doing exactly what I'm talking about, is that you're using things outside of yourself. Because you feel that when they get to actually know the real me, they're going to walk away from me. So let me try to impress them with what I have on. And guys, that's not game. It's all, gentlemen, internal. Okay, just think about that. Arthur has a question here. In order to create a profit, do you need to create my what? You must, Arthur, you must create them all, Arthur. You are the architect of your life. And that means you create everybody and everything. But in order to do that, Arthur, one must have self-reflection and self-awareness, meaning that the connection to what I call that inner prophet that you have, your scribe, your marketing team and everything, it practices self-reflection and introspection, okay? And this means that you are actually talking to yourself. That's why I teach you the film room every day, gentlemen. Now, again, you don't have to do the fire. I always think, for me, it's just relaxing when you can turn off all your lights, and you can do this through YouTube or Netflix, and they have fireplaces. You look into the fire and just go over your day, examining your thoughts, examining your experiences, examining what you thought and what you felt about the thought and the experience. And then from that place, you then start to have more guidance, because then when you see, okay, there was a woman I tried to talk to, but I didn't talk to her because, and then you're sitting back and saying, okay, because at this point, nobody's around, and it gives you an honest assessment. It is the one thing sometimes we don't want other people to see. We always want people to see us on our good side, you know what I mean? And we don't want to be seen as anything but good to all people. That's why your film room allows you to have a deeper understanding of yourself. And when you have that deeper understanding, that's where the transformation and actually the confidence comes in at through those things. So it's something that will help you grow, gentlemen. E says, is that the same mentality from Wednesday, or is that the added? Yes, absolutely. I will always tell you guys to that if you, okay, gentlemen, that's the first door. Because a lot of people say, well, how does this journey go? That's why I say watch Wednesday, because her mindset, even though they gave it to a woman, should have gave it to a man, but makes sense. She was what she was. But her mindset and her mentality is the beginning of you, not the end. Because once you open that door, that's what draws you in. See, the draw in is the lack of control women have over you. The draw in is the excitement they have for you or how they see you. So that's why it's important to actually do it that way. And when you can do it that way, you change everything up. Jedi James, is the feeling you speak of being dressed up trash can, being dressed up trash can? Well, I don't want to say you're a trash can. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, listen, I don't care what people think about me, and you guys do, and that's the problem. So you guys think that you've got to look a certain part, and I don't want you to feel that you've got to dress a part or act a part versus be the part. And when you can be the part, then guess what? When you feel good about yourself, whatever you wear is just something you put on. But if you're putting something on to invoke a feeling, then that should tell you you're always going to look to outside things and outside validation. And that's what a lot of guys do with women. See, you should feel good and then put on whatever you're wearing, because you can't walk around naked. So you're just putting something on. That's all you're doing. But if you have this thought in your head, I need to wear that because women, then you've automatically failed. And that's where many guys mess up, because many guys don't look at the game the right way. The thing is, when you guys out here look to things outside of yourself, this is where procrastination comes in at. This is where most of you guys out here don't create anything for yourself. You don't get that wisdom that you need. And what happens to many of you guys out there, you look at the world as problems and not solutions. And it doesn't make you a bad person for not doing that. We're just saying that as a man, the thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to be the person to wait for a woman to validate me. It's one thing. Listen, Jack, no one's saying don't dress nice. No, if you want to dress nice, you can. 702, what's your name? Where you calling from? What's up?
Yo, Steve, it's Mohab.
What up, man?
Yo, I have a question. Okay, so the prophet is someone who receives like inner knowledge or divine knowledge and wisdom, right? But you're saying the inner prophet is someone who receives that, like, is able to bring knowledge in from himself.
You do what now? No, I'm sorry, I was looking at something. Go ahead.
Saying, so a prophet is somebody who receives like higher wisdom and knowledge, insights from like a higher source or whatever. But like you're saying,
you're the higher source though. But you don't know you're the higher source yet.
Okay.
See, you can't okay, so check this out, Mohab.
Yeah.
This is why you got to unearth it, because you keep covering it up and you don't realize every thought puts another layer that separates you from being one of one. And that's why those that look outside themselves, they have what is called unrealistic standards. And that's the same thing women have. That's why I keep telling y'all, stop effing listening to what these women say they want. Because just like you, they have those things too. All their standards. And listen, gentlemen, they are allowed to want what they want. But Mohab, we are allowed not to give a fine fluck. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that when you have an unrealistic standard and then you see a woman with a desired outcome, then all of a sudden you're going to follow her unrealistic standard. This is what either I think I have to be for her, or this is what she wants me to be to get her. And that's not the truth. That's like what we do the Pineapple Show tonight. It's the same thing with these women. All those women are, matter of fact, I saw Ish. Matter of fact, Ish is on the Pineapple Show we're doing today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be funny. Melly is gonna say something about myself, Zag, in 1950 on the show. But we are gonna show you guys why she is fucking lying on everything she's saying. And it's great. It's gonna be a great show tonight. But what I'm saying to you out here is that the reason why it's hard to find that inner prophet is because you're living in an unrealistic world right now outside of yourself, okay? And what you're doing is, unfortunately, you're not driven by the man within. You're driven by the ass and titties that are sticking out. And that's the problem. You're looking at objects to be desired rather than be the object of desire. I desire me. 50 desires himself. Lucario, Miles, Zag. We only desire ourselves, and that is what women love and desire about us, because they have to work to get our attention, our time, our dick, and everything in between, because we don't waste our time with nothings and nobodies.
Right. And Steve, the unrealistic expectation is someone trying to mold himself to the woman's expectations, which are already unrealistic.
Right, because there is a pressure a lot of guys have to conform. And that means that they feel I want to be desired by women. But how can one be desired by women when one doesn't desire the man in the mirror? What I'm saying is this is what I'm trying to teach men. You want to get the women? Stop making it about the women. You want to get the women? Stop desiring the women. You want to get the women? Stop telling them how beautiful and how sexy and how gorgeous they look. Stop kissing their fucking asses and start loving the man in the mirror, and your world is going to change. Because right now, most of you guys are living in this misconception about masculinity. Most of you guys think that I've got to exhibit, fill in the blank, to be a man. And when you say exhibit, that's not internal. You got to, I got to wear the nice clothes because I saw a content creator dress nice and have all these women around him who he paid to make him seem like he's the guy. Or he'll tell you to go buy a watch. He'll tell you to go buy nice shoes. But please listen, buy what you can afford. That's why I always tell you guys, don't waste your money on clothes. Because what people don't understand about clothes, and this is what I always used to say back in the 90s, look in your closet of all the shit you can't wear anymore, because it was a fad in a certain block of time that you thought, you remember skinny jeans? Now, I never had skinny jeans, but I'm saying, remember that time where everybody was wearing skinny jeans and skinny jeans hanging off their ass and all this, thinking that, well, this is a fad, right? But people aren't wearing it. They got probably a closet full of skinny jeans right now, and they can't even wear it. The only person that can go in their closet and wear what they want to wear is women, because women can, sometimes women can make old clothes look sexy. They just got that thing about them, right? But I'm saying as a guy, we should never look to fads. If you look at a fad and you dress for the fad, then that thing is going to go away eventually, and then you can't wear those clothes anymore. Because if people see guys today wearing something in the 90s or something like that, they'd be like, man, look how weird he's dressing. You know what I mean? That's why you dress. I'm not saying dress basic, because you're not standing on your clothes. Look good in what you wear. I don't care if I like it, I'm going to buy it. And again, my thing is, I got suits and all that shit, and I don't even like to wear that shit. I don't like to wear suits and dress. I don't like dressing up. You want to know why? Because I got pussy when I didn't dress up. I was getting the women when I didn't have the night. So even though I have the shit, I don't like wearing that shit. I feel like a fish out of water when I wear it, because I don't like that. It's just not for me. I'm not saying you guys don't have to do it, but I'm just saying that I have it.
I gotta go.
Okay, go ahead and go, Moab. Yeah, but I was saying I have it, but I just don't like to wear it. But guys, all right, Moab, we'll throw you back in. Let me get some of y'all questions, guys. And remember, we're gonna have a pineapple show later on tonight. Let me go ahead and answer some of your questions. I'm gonna try to catch up with your. Sorry, guys. Let me catch up with your questions, gentlemen. Let's see here. You're saying that the answer is inside you. Then the answer's always there. Yes, Pat. The answer is there. You do have to find it. That's true. Wednesday didn't seem like anything special. Hold on, 347. He says Coach, Wednesday didn't seem like anything. No. She didn't give a fuck about what people thought. She was special to herself. which made her special to everybody else at the end of the program. Everybody followed her. Everybody wanted to be liked by her. Everybody wanted to hang out with her. She didn't want to hang out with people. She was always doing her own thing, but people are drawn into the outcast guys that sit around and not try to be in with everybody. Stop trying to blend in and stick more out and be your own person. You win. 347. What's your name? What's your question, brother? What's up?
Good afternoon, Steve. My name is Julio Studio. I've called in the past, but you told me so many times I couldn't fuck that it's been a while.
Yeah, you can't fuck, but that's true. But go ahead. What's going on, Julio?
I know. I understand, Steve. But I just want to let you know that everything you're talking about is in relation to something that I'm going to a high class event for the first time.
Yes.
In ever.
Yes.
And on your show, I have learned that I am more than just a painter, more than just an artist.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask, because the event is high dress attire.
Well, dress for the event.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be the outfit that you're dressing to go to the event. Because every woman in that room that you're going into, no matter how elegant they look and how classy they look, and I'm being honest, they're broken down, insecure women who have low self-esteem and low self-worth. So don't walk in that thing looking at someone and saying, wow, just because she knows how to fix her hair and her makeup and all this other stuff. Don't get caught up in that outside thing. You talk to her like she's got a potato sack on.
Potato sack, got it.
Dead ass, I'm serious.
And I also wanted to know, not just about the women, because there would be other people of influence in the room.
Yes.
I don't want to make the mistake of conformity. So how to more stay on track.
Conform to what? What do you mean conformity? To what?
In the sense that because I sell my paintings, I don't want to make it about making a sale. I also want to influence.
Well, don't make it about a sale. Make it about the story of why you stroked that part with your brush here versus there. Why I wanted to paint this. This was my inspiration. Okay. See, the thing with game is that you don't force the sale. See, we don't force the seller the dick. We influence them to want to get our dick. Same thing with you. Don't try to force somebody to buy something. Influence them through what they see through your eyes. You should allow them to see the vision you had by the way you talk to them.
Thank you, sir. That's exactly what I needed to hear today.
Okay.
I'll call in if I have more questions.
All right, respect and good luck to you, buddy. Respect and good luck. All right, brother. That was a great call. Let's see here. What would life be like if everybody had game? The economy would crash. The world would flip upside down. And let me explain. I used to say this again in the late 90s about this. See, this is why the game is only for a select few. Because at the end of the day, the economy must move forward. So that means if everybody had game, then flower shops would go away. The diamond ring and the jewelry market would disappear. The fashion designers would go away. Beer will still be around, but the market would be totally different. Cars would not sell as much. Houses would not sell. Everything would flip upside down because the people who have game are not looking for outside things to show who they are. They're standing on what they want to do. So the economy would flip upside down, and the world cannot have that happen. You cannot try to change that. That will never happen. I want to grab this call. Area code 239. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir?
What's that, Anoji? It's Shamar. I'm calling from AZ.
What's going on, brother? How can I help you?
Chilling, man. I just had a quick question.
Sure.
Just kind of to clear up the little confusion that I got with myself.
Yes, sir.
So I don't really have a problem when it comes down to desexualizing my brain in regards to women.
Well,
however, every time I do that,
I don't want you to desexualize your brain. See, think about think about what you're doing,
Well,
and
I probably worded it wrong.
No. You worded it right because as a man, you stand on everything that you say. So I'm going to hold you on that.
Okay.
So the fact that you're desexualizing yourself, you're not doing it for yourself, which is already a fuck up. You're doing it because of women. You're not doing it for self. I don't want you to desexualize yourself. I want you to connect with your sexual side. The more you connect with your sexual side, the more flirty, fun, and exciting you're going to be because you're moving on a higher level of confidence, which is called sexual confidence. See, people think confidence is the end all be all. Confidence is the first door of many doors that are behind that one door. So you want to go towards the sex to yourself, but a sexual confident man says this: I'm gonna get the pussy. It's mine. I don't need to rush something that I don't have to beg for, lie to, or manipulate. I just got to present myself and show her why she should fuck me. But when you don't have that thing, you're saying, wow, well, what can I do to get her? And how can I do this? But I'm listening to you. So
that's not really it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let's go and scratch this. Let's go
and wipe
We're gonna wipe the board clean this time. And whatever you say after this point, I don't want to hear this. Well, I didn't mean to say that. Okay. So let's start it again. Go ahead and go. Now, what's up, buddy?
All right. So the problem I keep facing is
strike one. What is a problem to a man?
Nothing but a solution.
No, a problem to a man. And I keep going back to the 90s. I came up with all these things so early on. The problem to a man is a meteor the size of Jupiter heading towards Earth. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because you can't control that's a problem. But a woman will never be a problem. You should never be a problem. But go ahead, I'm listening. You say a problem, but go ahead, sir.
So yeah, it's just every time when I'm not directing my attention to fucking her, it's like I don't really give a fuck about anything else in regards to her. And I'm not trying to be disingenuous to a woman.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, it's cool. But see, what I'm saying is, listen, I'm not trying to get to know her. This is why I keep telling you, when I meet her, I don't want to get to know her at all. And I see what you're saying, but my why is different from your why. I don't want to get to know her because she's the sum total of average guys. So why would I, above average, want to get to know a woman who has average thinking based off of the average guys that she's been around? I don't want to get to know that shit. That's I just gonna sound fucked up, but it's kind of like beneath me. Why would I want to get to know her?
I understand where you're coming from, though.
Yeah, that's beneath me.
Where you're coming from.
So what I want to know is that I want to know things about her without asking her and allowing her to share those things so it can give me a better idea to say, is this woman worth my attention, my time, my respect? I'm not even thinking about the dick yet. She's got to get through these little doors right there before she can move up. So I'm saying, okay, what is she not bringing to the table? Because she ain't even in my world to be at my table because she's still outside my door. So she has to bring anything to the table, but I need to see how she's moving, basically, her actions and behaviors. Because I'm not going to ask her to open up to me or reach out. I'm just going to see how she's moving. And how she's moving is going to tell me not how I need to move, but where I'm going to place her at. But go ahead, I'm listening, sir.
Shit, that was pretty much it, to be honest. You covered it.
I did cover it? Okay. What was your question?
All right, yeah. I'm not taking no more of your time, boss. I mean,
okay.
I gotta go back to the drawing board, I guess.
Well, don't actually go to the drawing board. Just go to you. You are the board.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like reflecting back on what you just said.
Yeah, reflect on that and soak that up because that's the layer of the game, okay?
I appreciate you, OG.
All right, respect. We'll throw you back in. Okay, let's get to some questions, guys, before we continue. You say they got no. You said if they get to know the real you, KNOW, the real you, me, I'm afraid they'll walk away, but that's not the real me because I don't know KNOW myself. What is it I'm afraid of others seeing that makes me think they'll walk? Because you give a fuck. You're not actually a man. You're not one of one. And you're not a student of the game. So everything you're doing right now is what you're supposed to be doing because your interpretation of the world is based off of a woman. You're saying to the woman, you want a woman to lead, guide, and mold you into what you think a man is. And this is what I was talking about, the misconceptions of masculinity. And the thing is that you're so busy thinking about what women are doing, you're neglecting who you are as a man because you're not focusing on anything but superficial qualities, outside appearances, and things that women are doing. And that's not what men do. I'm not doing that. I'm looking at me. And if you don't look at yourself, then you will never have a sense of adventure. A woman needs to see a man that has a sense of adventure without him saying, I'm adventurous. A woman's going to know that I am spontaneous as fuck. I have a very a sense of adventure and sexual adventure. All right. Guys, I'm talking to you from confidence and I kind of move it up to sexual confidence. Excuse me. Sometimes my mind goes up to another level because I'm trying to come back down to where I was a while back. But from adventurous, there can be sexual added to these things when you have sexual confidence. But being adventurous, spontaneous, and allowing her to be open to new experiences can change everything for a woman. Because you have an ability to not only understand who you are, but you also have an ability to manage who you are, which then unlocks another door. See, it's just not her seeing passion and ambition in you. It can go to sexual passion and it can move to sexual ambition. And that means that my goal and my aspiration is that I want land. I am the only, I know y'all think I'm crazy. No one tell you I want to be a landowner above all things. That is my outcome. That is it. An outcome to be a landowner in her mind. That is all. But also what you guys have to have is an independence for yourself as well. But let me continue. Pat has a question, guys. I'll get you a question in a second. You're saying that the answer inside you, so that means, okay, I think he said the same thing. Weird. I don't know what that means. Understand the paradox. That is yourself. Okay. Does a man sharpen his mental sword by conquering the man he was yesterday by continued learning himself? Well, you're always evolving. A man is always moving, gentlemen, to evolve. And that's one thing we always express to you guys, that we want you guys to see, understand, and know about yourself on how to evolve. Well, you're not in the game. You're just getting answers question because okay. I want you to look at me, answer your question, DW. That is just me putting clothes, a confident hat or shirt on you. It is not going to seep in and is not going to stick because you're not doing the game correctly. You're trying to cheat the game, but it's all good. Everybody can't learn the game. Let's see, Steve, you say you don't want to get to know her because she's the sum of averages, but is it because you're elevating her into something? Yes. Well, I'm okay. Gentlemen, every woman that you meet, gentlemen, is the subtotal of all the weak punk ass suckers that she's dated. They don't know there is a door behind which she's on. She thinks that the door is closed. So she has, remember guys, every woman out there has, and this is what y'all see on the Pineapple Show, they have a false interpretation of what they think a guy or a boyfriend, a lover, and all that shit is. Gentlemen, I am telling you, you can change the game when you stop listening to the BS that women are actually talking about. ET has a thing. Does the game have infinite levels? Yes, it is. Okay, think about this, E. You're only using a small percent of your mind right now. So you need to keep expanding. You're never going to reach it in a lifetime, but you can keep going out as far as you want. Sexual emotion and emotion that is tied to sexual pleasure physically is being turned on. I don't know what you mean by that. What if your objective is to have women make you some money? Well, okay, so I can't, that's pimping. I'm not a pimp. Okay, so you have got to talk to somebody that can teach you pimping 101. But if you are trying to make women make you money, be careful of what they're doing to get that money, because y'all starting to recognize these things called trafficking is starting to sprout up really big. So if you're having women make you money, you better be careful on how they're making you money. That's all I'm saying. All right, that's all I'm saying. So sexual emotion based on emotions a woman has for you that are tied to orgasms. Well, there are orgasms and then there are orgasms. Okay, so a woman, okay, I want you to think about this. So, okay, there are 3 levels. Think about these levels of orgasms, okay? Follow me on this, guys. Get your crayons out. This is going to be new. Think about this. The game I'm going to be teaching y'all and when we get to Manhood U. But I'm thinking about this. Okay. The first level of an orgasm is something a guy can give a woman, meaning touching her a certain way, licking her a certain way. And the reason it's the lowest thing is because sometimes women are not connected to that person. Now, the second level of orgasm, which usually is the highest level to the humans, is when a woman has her own orgasm. She gives herself because she knows her body. She knows how to touch her body, where to touch it, how long to touch it, and things like that. So her orgasm in the game from what we say an I do is what we will call the second level of an orgasm in which she gives herself. But why do I call it second level? Because there's a level past that. Now, when you take a woman who knows her body, but you also take a woman that's connected, an emotional connection to a man, that ups the level of the orgasm that she can have for herself. Because at that point, see, I keep telling you guys, this is why I teach you to listen to the body, listen to her moans. Her moans, heavy breathing, and her body are always talking to you and telling you that this is an untapped resource that you can actually tap into to enhance what she thinks is regular. Like, I don't know if I have them. Do I have them? Let me see if I have them beside me. Where did I put it at? Hold on, let me see. I got one. All right, so I'll give you guys an example. So when a woman is using a toy or her finger, she can get pleasure from her finger. But now follow me, just like Dear Rick, it's the same pleasure. But if you look at the finger, now usually they don't use the back of the finger because there's more ribbed here. But it's soft here. It's a soft in the back. You see what I'm saying? So when she's rubbing the clit or whatever, she's just rubbing from this, but this gives her the orgasm, right? But what I'm saying with game now, I'm saying now when you guys start to learn the shit I'm showing you, when you know, violin, banjos, and things like that, what something like this does when you enhance that, it enhances the orgasm, but it also enhances the mental mindset, plus the emotional connection that creates an orgasm that goes beyond the average because how she feels about you. Now, she can have an orgasm even though she is not interested because you're licking and hitting on something that's turning her on. But if she is not connected, then she will never get the higher level of orgasm. Because, gentlemen, that level you can have without even touching her. But then if you can get to that level, that third level without touching her, then it will open the door to the fourth level, which moves from 5 play to 7 play. But what happens is at that point, which was all 3D here, turns into a 4D experience that moves the level of the orgasm to another level. So, gentlemen, always remember there are levels to everything. And this is where the unstoppable confidence and the formulas come in at, is knowing that you can give a woman an orgasm anytime, anywhere, having that kind of power. Question here, how do you handle girls with trauma? Do you let them go? No, listen, let me tell you something. This is going to sound messed up. I don't deal with trauma. I listen. I know a lot of women dealt with things, but I don't unearth things that should be stuck underground. And if you have somebody that had some kind of trauma, then I'm not going to entertain trauma. I'm letting you go. And I know that sounds messed up. I'm not dealing with that. I am not dealing. The only trauma that you should have is when a woman and when you let a woman go and she realizes she fucked up, she's going to go through a whole hell of a lot of trauma. That's the trauma you want. But all that other stuff that like Uncle Johnny or her pastor or somebody, all that stuff, just no. That kind of stuff, no. I would leave that. I would definitely leave that alone. One of my objectives is to have a girl play with herself while I watch. Would not enhance what she thinks is. No, that's okay. See, again, doors behind doors. B. See, you want to have someone play with herself while you watch, but there's no incentive behind her playing with herself. See, I always want to give her an incentive to have a thought that she wants to share with me, a part of her playing with herself, versus me just saying, I want to watch you play with yourself. Let me get this call right here. Yes, sir. How can I help you, man? What's up?
Hello, Steve. You had like a thing in your hands when you talked about the violin and the different levels. My question is, was there something specific with that thing, or is it like a thing you have to?
I'm gonna talk more about when we get to the man mindset. When we open those doors, I will talk about that, break that down. I got mannequin arms and legs and points, and so I don't want to get too much into it. But I'm just saying that it is something that you can share with a woman. It's like a gift. It's like I want you to experience me without experiencing me yet. It's like an appetizer to a meal that is just mwah. You know what I mean?
Sounds very interesting.
Yes.
All right, respect, man.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for the call. Great call. All right, gentlemen, let's continue. Lines are open. Question here: do you play? No, Z, I don't think you understand this. I don't think you understand. My greatest competition is the motherfucker in the mirror. I don't play chess with a woman who doesn't know that she is more than the subtotal of what she is. How do I play chess with a woman who is unfortunately has average thoughts based off of average guys? So I'm not playing chess. I will never play chess with a woman because my only job is to elevate her and educate her, to show her how to be an unrecognizable woman. And you don't need to play chess for that. I don't play those games with women. What you see is what you get, okay? Life is not, no. The problem is most you guys, Z, are playing checkers. When you get in front of a woman, she's playing chess to your checkers, but you guys, no one's ever told you that. But no, you don't play, gentlemen, none of you guys never play chess. But if you want me to use that in an analogy, I will. As a man, you only look to the chess board, not the opponent and not the pieces. Because when you create the board in the analogy, then the rules of everything that come on that board, no matter what the opponent is, no matter what the pieces are, they have to move off of the rules of the board, which is technically the square. Behind that, the core that operates the square. So what I'm saying to you is when you see a woman, you're too busy looking at her. You're too busy looking at her pieces, and you're not even looking at how you need to move. But what happens is the moment you look at her and her pieces, so to speak, you begin to play checkers. She moves on the chess. Just think about that. Guys, you got a question? Gentlemen, please put a Q, and we will definitely answer that. Don't forget, guys, we have a pineapple show later on. Just want to chop it up with you guys out here. So what I'm saying to all you guys out here, most of you guys grow up doing certain things, okay? And as you were growing up through high school and college and where you are right now, there are things that you refrain from doing because in your mind, you think that your life experiences are this thing called like trial and error. There is no error in a man. Because everything you do, you have a reason to do it. It's not an error to do something, to learn from it. See, we think an error or a rejection or whatever you think it is has to do with a woman saying no or I'm not interested or something like that. You are too busy trying to experience things through pain or through pleasure. Hold on one second. I don't know why my butler didn't talk to me that time. My butler didn't talk to me that time. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Let me continue. I'm sorry. So, as I was saying for you guys out here, as a result of that, if you are looking at things, okay, that way through trial and error, which you have done, I want to explain to you why you're having the problems. Because what you're doing is that you then start to label things through fear and excitement. Fear, worries, anxiety, or pain. Your pain will turn into fear, and then your pleasures will turn into excitement or desire or thirst or a neediness to have something that you desire and crave more than anything else. And that's not the game, gentlemen. That's not the game. That is why a lot of you guys are, I won't say you're not messed up right now. It's just that you're blind right now. Because right now, you are governing yourself off of a false mindset of either pain, which is fear, inadequacies, low self-esteem, low self-worth, or you see a woman that is pure pleasure, excitement, desire, need, want, gotta have. See, the thing is, a man governs himself off of himself. He doesn't govern himself off of an interpretation of things outside of himself, gentlemen. That's where the problem is coming in. Because you cannot manage, gentlemen, you cannot manage the wind, the rain, or any element. You can't manage it. Now, you can adjust to it. Rains, raincoat, umbrella, cold outside, coats, jackets, sweaters, cocoa, coffee, hot tea. But you guys are trying to dictate and change the weather, and you can't do that. You cannot try to change a woman. You want to do the one thing that most guys never tell you about. Get your crayons out. You want to give her independence. You want to give her independence. Because independence is an attractive quality that a man gives a woman. Freedom to say, I don't want you. I don't want to get to know you. I want to get to know the unrecognizable version of you. I know behind that door, there are layers to you you don't even know about. And if you give me the opportunity, I'm going to dig deep. Remember, I told you, drill down and keep drilling down to make that emotional connection to let you know that you'll never have to worry about me manipulating you, playing games with you. I'm always keeping a buck with you. But with that being said, I may get tired of you. I may want to get rid of you. It's what I am. But at least you're being honest about it, gentlemen. But regardless of all that, the bottom line is, for right now, while I'm messing around with you, I'm going to show you something you don't know. And when you can unlock her independence, guys, and I'm not talking about Church of Beyonce independence. I'm talking about actually believing in herself. It's the one thing women don't do. They believe in a self, but they don't believe in themselves. They believe in, okay, women believe on a level in themselves. But the self that they believe in, gentlemen, if you think about it, and if you look at even the blueprint for you men, it's the same as an interpretation of a woman. They believe in themselves, but from that belief will come the I can't, the I won't. So if we're looking at the I can't, the I do, and the I am, right? And then we look at the woman, let's look at how these two things kind of coexist and interact. If you look at the C, which means is the makeup, the eyeliner and shit, that is her I can't and I won't. She will cover that up. Now, remember, as I told you, the B is the emotion. The self-worth, the insecurity will be her I do. Where we come in at and when we draw them in, where they become addicted to us, where they want to give us everything, be with us, sleep with us, and everything in between, is because this from the A, the I am, is the unrecognizable version in which you can show a woman. You can connect to a woman. And when you are showing her that part of you without you trying to get inside of her, she's going to want all parts of you, every part of you possible, because you are making her feel something that's going beyond her interpretation of an emotion that she's had for average people. Are you always reaching the unrecognizable? Meaning it's something that you can be reached if always a new beginning. I don't understand what you mean by that. I understand what you mean by that. Boxing, yeah, I watched Shogun about 3 a.m. This morning I watched Shogun, and I was like, damn, dude. Oh, man, fuck. His own brother, man. Lost his son in the thing. Lost his son. Brother stabs him in the back, and then brother kills his son because his son did something dumb, okay? And Blue Jay, I want to say thank you, but no, you're the GOAT. Listen. No, I appreciate what you're saying, but I want to say to all you guys, I appreciate the kind words. Yes, I do. But my job is to get you to see your GOAT, Blue. I appreciate it. But my job is to get you to see your greatest of all time so she can see your greatest of all time. So she can see the creative part of you. And that means that for a lot of you guys do not tap into the source of innovative thinking. The more innovative you are as a man, gentlemen, the more a woman is going to be drawn into you. See, guys, this kills all those terminology. Gentlemen, think about it. Handsome man game outside of yourself. Handsome man game outside of yourself. Riz outside of yourself. You see what I'm saying? I want y'all to think, I want you guys to understand the formula of confidence. Get your crayons out. Let me see. Do I have my "get your crayon out" clip? Because sometimes when I say "get your crayons out," y'all to me, get your crayon. It's time to take notes. That's when whenever Unc says "get your crayons out," what Unc is saying is, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go ahead and take notes. I want you guys to take notes. So please take notes, gentlemen, of what I'm saying, because the formula is not in how I dress. The formula is not in my height. The formula isn't in the fact that I'm 52 years old. The formula is not in anything that you see in your eyes at me right now. I am not the formula. The formula, gentlemen, is inside of you. The formula is you believing in yourself and focusing everything on yourself. See, I have connected to the source, and that's why I'm trying to show you what it's like, the one of one. I am one thought, one mind, one way. And I have the ability, and gentlemen, the more you become in the game, the more you understand yourself. No more will you wait for Riz or Handsome Man game or pineapple juice or whatever they come up with next. You young men start to tap into a source that you don't even realize you have. And through that source creates a formula, gentlemen. That's where I talk about your drug lab, your culinary school. You will not only generate new ideas. Hold on. God damn it. 702, what's your name? What's your question?
Yo, Steve, I had to call back. It's Mohab.
What's up, man?
Steve, I'm trying to, just a couple questions. Okay, number one is, okay, for a man, you can't actually reach the unrecognizable because it's always a moving object. Is that correct?
No, the unrecognizable is not, your core is not movable. Your core is not movable.
So like, once you reach your core, you're at your core. It's not, you don't consistently have to keep reaching your core, right?
You don't have to reach something that you don't know about. So you don't have to reach it, because most people will never get to it, because what you think and what you feel like as far as emotions and things, it's hard to, okay. People think it's just saying, I'm going to reach my core. It doesn't work that way. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that in order to begin the process, and this is how crazy it is, you have to unlearn what you have learned, because your interpretation of the world and of women and of yourself is nothing but a fucking lie. It's not real. It's not real at all. So what I'm saying to you, it's not real, but you made it real. You see what I'm saying? In the moment you clicked on anything red pill, in the moment you clicked on anything that said hypergamy, modern women, monkey branching, Riz, Handsome Man game, purpose, money, closing status, you stopped evolving and you started to be influenced by somebody else, which means is that you're moving away from yourself. Because you then begin to assume that what that person is saying is the truth. It's his truth because he ain't doing anything. See, when you ain't doing anything, you can come up with everything. Oh, man, women are terrible because fill in the blank. Oh, man, I tell you what, I'm telling you guys, you say hi to a woman, you're going to be going to family court. And people, the more you go away from yourself, the more you assume. So follow this, Mohab. I come piping along and I say, you know what? You don't need me and you don't need anybody else. You just need to find yourself. And you know what they say? Oh, look at you, bald-headed, colored black monkey, old ass. What the hell do you know? You don't know anything about women. You see what I'm saying? Because what the mind does is the mind is saying, wait a second, who told this MF to start telling them the truth? Oh, no. We got to keep assuming the bad information so the mind, have more control. So when somebody's saying that you should love yourself, learn about yourself, interpret yourself, that's when the person will attack the guy that's actually trying to help them, and they will protect the one that is giving them influence. You see what I'm saying? See, the content creator has conditioned the average guy to live off of assumptions. That's the third pig. The assumptions, the shift from metal to being on your purpose, from being on your purpose to no fap, to money, clothes, and status, from money, clothes, and status to high value man, from high value man to Riz, and from Riz to handsome man game. But when somebody says you don't need those things, then they take it as a slight on themselves and they will attack the thing that's trying to help them, and they will protect the thing that's doing harm to them. And that's how this thing works, buddy. Okay. And that's why the core is so hard to reach, because those that actually want young men to win, it's going to be a current. It's going to be a taste that they don't like. People like the taste of bologna because it's simple, it's easy, and it's quick to obtain. You can obtain that fast. But what do you mean? Working on myself? Being accountable for myself? And you mean taking the blame from everybody except start to blame me? Oh, I can't do that, man. F that and F you. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't understand me. The world has changed. Everything is different now. It's not like it was when everything was in black and white, you MF. You don't know what you're talking about. You're old. Where are your receipts? Show me your women. Do you see how that works?
Yeah.
And then they'll turn around to the guy who don't get any women. Yeah, let me tell you everything about women. Like, yes. Wow. I understand. So getting to the core, that's why I say unlearn first. Because all the information that you have obtained has created a limited belief, and it has created a fear-based mentality that you are more scared of or worried about the outside world than you should be, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And Steve, a second question is, okay, you know how you just showed the diagram, you said she believes in herself, right? She believes in herself, but it's from, so the makeup is the I can and I won't because it's a covering up, right? And then does she believe in her I do as well, the things she does, or no?
Well, yeah, women believe their I do is their I am, just like a lot of you guys, and it's not. You think your I am is your, so you think your I can, your I won't is your I do, and you think your I do is your I am, and there lies a problem.
Right. Okay. All right, and also, Steve, one final question is, okay, when you say I don't want to get to know her, it's kind of similar to the question I asked in the chat. When you say I don't want to get to know her because she's some of the averages, is it because you're going deeper and discovering more things deeper inside her?
No, I am deep. Okay. Think about your first grade teacher. When you walked in that room, all you thought about was cartoons and maybe like Sesame Street. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's as far as your level of thinking. Cereal, cartoons, and like Sesame Street. You know what I mean? That's your level of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your teacher not only knows numbers, he knows the add, subtract, multiply, divide. He knows numbers. He knows alphabets, phonics, and everything in between, right? So he's not going to go down to you in the first grade and change his mindset to whittle himself down to cartoons and cereal and Sesame Street. No.
Right.
He's going to bring you up to his level of learning how to count, understanding numbers. That's how this works. The same thing with women. I'm not going to go down to a woman's level. Why would I do that? And it's no knock on a woman, because even at her level is higher than the average guy, because the average guy doesn't even look to himself. Women do. At least women do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a great analogy. Like you're elevating the students being elevated. You're not.
Well, yeah, she's not my student. She has the opportunity to learn through. Remember, educate and elevate. Remember, I'm telling you, that's the only thing we do in this game to women. We are going to educate and elevate them, and that could be sexual, that could be emotional, but we can educate and elevate them just like a teacher could do the first grade class. We've all been that person in the first grade. And that's why some people love certain teachers, right? Because certain teachers treated you a certain way when you knew, like, goddamn, I don't understand. I don't get what 2 + 2 is. And I don't get, and he's like, it's okay. And let me help you. Remember, we told you that this is a 2. So here we got these 2, and let's add those. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you take these 2 plus these 2, and then the kid's like, oh, wow, okay. And then they started, not in a dirty way, but they started to appreciate the teacher more because he's taking the time outside the class to help the child out a little bit.
Right. Steve, did you say educate and elevate sexually too for the woman?
Yo, absolutely. Of course. Don't you know we're whores? You should know that.
Yeah. No, I know. I know what you're talking about. But yeah. All right, Steve. One final thing, Steve. You said earlier that if she's having a panic attack, she has a special thing that she wants. You just let her talk, and if she,
I want her to talk to me. Yes, I want, but I listen to listen, but I also listen to scribe. Okay, you remember I told you a while back I had a client in the wintertime, had a woman that, remember I tell guys to put artwork on their wall and stuff like that. So the artwork was the lake and everything like that, which kicked her back to her childhood, where she would talk about how she loved going paddle boat riding and things like that as a child, right? And this was in the wintertime. So what he did with the game was that he blindfolded her in the springtime or summer, in between that, took her to a place where she can go paddle boating and she, crying and just fell fucking right. Because it's paying you guys. The one thing guys don't do is they don't pay attention, because they're just paying attention to the pussy, but they're not paying attention to the pussy, the pussy. They're paying attention to the physical form of a pussy, but not the mental form that unlocks everything. That's why you got to pay attention and recognize and learn and take those things and utilize those later on. Because women, it's a very sexually attractive trait when they realize you're actually paying attention to them versus just listening to what they say, trying to sleep with them. Okay.
Sure. So, Steve, even if the solution is right there, I should probably just hold my tongue until she asks for it, right?
What's that now?
If she's saying a problem, I see the solution. It's right there. Like
no. Even though you have the solution, just wait, because eventually they'll talk to you. But what you got to do is you got to reinforce and say, listen, I just want to say, because I love doing this. Listen, if you got a problem, listen, I appreciate you even talking to me about that problem. Because, the thing is, when they're really starting to connect to you, they're going to start telling you shit. But the more you can reinforce the appreciation of what she's doing, the more she's going to reach out to you through the good and the bad times, because they love hearing from somebody that actually really like cares about what the hell she's saying.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Steve.
All right. Let me grab this. Go ahead and hang up. David says, how is the other dude POV point of, I guess that point of view. How is the other dude, you mean dude's point of view or POV? How is the other dude POV? That's, I guess that's point of view, guys. Because I guess there's porn that says POV, which is a point of view. Okay. Point of view, no different from a deadbeat dad who wants to give advice on a woman. I don't understand the question. I don't understand. You gotta, David, if you're still listening, you gotta ask that again, dog. That doesn't make any sense. Do you need to have understanding of one's core before discovering one's core? Well, no, you Arthur, you're nowhere in the game to ask these questions, because you're learning numbers, asking trigonometry and calculus, big dog. It's not that simple. It's not that simple right there. So let's keep going. I don't know what all that is. So as I'm saying to all you guys out there, this is why I try to show you guys the thing that y'all have to do is innovation by working on yourself. And that means the creativity. That means tapping into your creative potential to envision the possibilities and solutions that you have, okay? And this is changing the way you think by moving a whole different way. Because even in that guy David's thing, it's like a lash out. I don't even know what does he mean? I don't even know what this means. Can anybody, since he's not trying to interpret it for us because he can't answer his own question, what does this mean? Can anybody tell me in the chat room? Can we try to read his mind? What does this mean? Hey, thank you, 60 likes. What does this mean that he's saying? And gentlemen, I'm going to read it to you. I don't understand what it means, but what does it mean? How is the other dude POV? Who's the other dude? POV, no different from a deadbeat dad who wants to give advice on a woman. Who's a deadbeat dad? Gentlemen, and I'm not knocking David, but this is exactly what I was telling one of the callers about. When you have a false interpretation of the world, it's like a lash out or anger because you feel like a goddamn idiot or something. Does anybody know what that even fucking means? Spirit, what does it mean? What is it even? What the fuck does it, guys? I'm not joking. I asked him to answer it. He won't answer it. You know what he said? Wow. He said, wow. So he needs help. We know he needs help. But I'm asking you guys, what the fuck does this mean? What does that even mean? Please, somebody. David, can you tell us what it means, sir? Because if you can't tell me, you might as well just leave the room, because you're wasting our time. Because I am trying to help you, but you're not even trying to help yourself. David, there's something wrong with you. There's something broken in you, and you need help. And I'm sorry, there's something fucked up with you. I'm not being mean to you. There is something wrong with you. And I'm trying to help you, but in order for me to help you, you've got to explain. Okay? All right. So please just be quiet, okay? Because I'm trying to help people. But anyway, as I'm saying to you guys out there, that's important, gentlemen. I want you to understand, okay? Most of the things that you're going to do, and I want y'all to write this down. When you have a thought right now to get to the formula of confidence, you have an option to go down two roads. One road is that what I'm thinking is going to help me, educate me, and help me evolve, or it is going to be wasted, unhelpful information. Now listen, anything helpful is going to be hard. Helpful information is like a current that you have to go against, because you have to go against your own thinking to obtain the helpful information. Unhelpful information is a smooth, beautiful day, no currents, everything is perfect. And what a lot of young men do is that they go towards unhelpful information because it is simple and it is not complex. Okay? That's what I'm saying to you guys out there. And what I'm saying, well, beautiful, it's not delusional. It's just that some of these guys are asking for help and they don't understand it. But what I'm saying to you guys, the thing that will unlock the formula is breaking away from what you have created was, see, right now, you have what is called traditional patterns of thought. Think about what I'm saying. 469.
Hello, we are calling from Online Listing Group because your Google business listing needs attention.
Really?
Your listing.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Anyway, as I was saying, you guys, so I'm saying to you guys, you have traditional patterns of thoughts, okay? And the problem is that everything is a problem, and that's the problem. The moment you say the I can't and I won't begins the problem. I can't get her. Who fucking says you could? Or who even cares? Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we say to all you guys out there. That's why some of you guys out there don't understand. When it comes to how you move and everything like this, in the game, as you move, it's going to help you create scenarios. And this means for a lot of you guys learning how to empower yourself to make choices and to make decisions to help you get not what you want out of life, but to help you to get yourself. Now, when you start to go towards the current, so to speak, it is going to create a brand new reality, because a brand new reality for you guys is a realistic reality of what actually is. Remember, there is the world of is, and there's the world of could be. See, I could get a woman if I dress the part, play the part, and I riz the part, or handsome man game the part. I can what? Get the woman because I saw somebody on the internet or the news source of TV. He got that woman because of his riz game and his handsome man game. But is that reality? Then that guy's going to say, well, I just got to do everything he did, and then I'm going to try that with that woman, and I'm going to get her. That is the fake world and false world in which a lot of guys out there don't understand. A lot of guys out there can't understand when it comes to the game. But gentlemen, what I am trying to tell you guys out here, the more you start to learn the actual game and change the patterns of the way you thought, and stop looking at the world as problems or challenges, or stop looking at a woman as a challenge. A woman is not a fucking challenge. When did women become challenging? Until or unless you have a desired outcome, she becomes challenging. But when have women been a challenge? Tell me, when have they become a challenge? Because the man who has creativity, flexibility in his mind, and moves off of how he thinks, he doesn't care. Because what she is and what she thinks is not on the level of a man. And this is what we keep telling you. The more you innovate yourself, and it is not limited to any kind of thing. There's no limitation here. Innovation, gentlemen, is priceless. Innovation, gentlemen. And I say that to all you, and fuck all you iPhone MFs. Guys, if you have an iPhone, shame on you. Grow up. That's for kids. Get your Galaxy phone or your Android. But as I say for you guys out here, what I'm saying to you, and Jay, y'all can stand up all you want, Jay. Stand up. iPhone. Ooh, I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone. Number 18 says, great content. Aside from women talk, what do you think about business management as a major? Well, young man, no. You have to, I can't answer that for you, young man, because I'm not you. You have to ask yourself, what do you think about that as a major? Gentlemen, gentlemen, listen, I appreciate you asking, but there lies a problem. As a young man, you have got to stand on your own 2 feet and figure out your life your way. And you have got to take a piece of paper and write down what is good. Okay, take business management. You write down the positives and write down the negatives. And if the positives outweigh the negatives, then go towards it. But young man, I cannot talk because I'm not talking about women. It's not women talk. I'm trying to talk man here. But because you men worship women so much, it sounds like women talk. But you got to think for yourself, young man. You got to think for yourself. Gentlemen, lines are open. Got a question, go and ask. We're not going to be on too long, so we're going to chop it up. So as I was saying to you guys, is that we want to ground you on your reality. And if you are grounded on your reality, then at that point, everything that you're doing as a man will never be based on assumptions or conclusions, excuse me, gentlemen, that you have made about things. For the first time, they will be based on the man in the mirror. They will be based off of solid facts. And those solid facts and evidence will build the foundation that is going to change the way you see things. But you have to come into reality, okay? You have to do that. Yes, a spirit. Yes. There was some great dialogue. Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And that's what we're saying to you guys out here. You can be more adaptable to who you are once you shift your belief system. The way your mind is right now is that you are easily manipulated by people that are not trying to help you win. And if you cannot see that it's work, it's a lot of work. It doesn't happen overnight. And some people will give up easily because it's very hard to actually work on yourself. It's a very hard thing to do. And y'all guys are going to notice that when we have our pineapple shows. The pineapple show today. When you look at the pineapple show today, y'all going to see that, unfortunately, there are a lot of guys out there, a lot of individuals out there that are struggling. And I'm trying to prevent that struggle for you guys out there. Because I know what you guys want, but we got to unlock the creativity. You don't understand the wide range of ideas and perspectives that you have for yourself. But this all comes from the innovative thinking that you have. Just like I was saying to that young man, you have to think for yourself. Never allow another person to think for you by saying, be like me. That's the worst thing. Gentlemen, when you hear guys say, be like me, run. What you want is someone to say, it is okay to be you. No one's ever told you it. Okay, no, wait, let me take that back. It's not okay to be who you are right now, because who you are is a person that is imprisoned. I'm trying to show you how to create a key to free yourself so you can have more understanding of yourself, so you can innovate yourself in any situation that you're in when it comes to women dating in the game. Because these things are all essential for elevating not only your ideas that you don't have not even uncovered yet, but to also identify your strengths, your weaknesses, to make the perfect decisions. And these things take a balance between the creative exploration of yourself and then being able to analyze yourself to come up with the ideas that you need to actually grow. And when you have these things, you can come up with these things, your world changes significantly, gentlemen. All you guys out there, nobody's ever told you this, but you guys have that power. The question is, what are you going to do with that power? What do you want to do with it? Because, gentlemen, once you start tapping into the source, that's what's going to make you get them goddamn women. Because women are driven and they love the unrecognizable man. That's what they love the most. And the more that you are and can move like the unrecognizable man, the more that you're going to win. And the more that you win, the more women you're going to get. The more women that you get, you're not even going to be like, whatever. You're not even impressed. I'm not impressed, but I'm more impressed of me. So we want you to take that mindset and we want you to understand, create the formula, create the profit, because the more you can create that profit, and that profit is you. Gentlemen, listen, pray to and believe whatever you want. But you still can worship and love yourself on the same level. There's nothing wrong with it. The problem is that you put women on the same level of what you pray to and worship, and there lies a problem. You are worshiping a woman more than you are worshiping yourself. The more that you do that, the less you get to learn and know yourself. And that is why you have to unlearn. That is why you have to grow. And that is why you have to have understanding. Gentlemen, Pineapple Show, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. Guys, I'm the Dean. We out.